Just a little conversation.
And that's what I think the world needs more than anything else.
Yeah, that and what's that song with the Beatles?
What, Love Sweet Love?
Everybody just get high. Get high with your friends. I get high with a little help from my friends.
I thought it was get by with a little help. Is this one of those I was today years old things?
Maybe. What is up, everybody? And welcome to episode 6. For those of you who can't understand other foreign languages, of the Silent Part podcast, where myself, Fortale, and my co-host, Jester IRL.
What up, everybody?
Talk about some things that we have no business talking about and some things that, we just feel like we want to talk about. Because, some things we disagree on, some things we agree on, but most importantly, we've known each other for fucking over 10, 15 years, something like that now. And through all the disagreements, we still have conversations because that's the most important thing. Just because you disagree with somebody doesn't mean that you can't have some conversation and some fellowship.
I'm pretty stuck in my ways. I'm pretty stuck in my ways most of the time, but I learn stuff all the time, and sometimes my opinions change just the same as anybody else. It's a beautiful thing, and that's what the Silent Part is all about. It's about talking about the things that seem to bring negative discourse in the world. That people, yes, there is black and white, but there is also gray. And when you can find the gray, you usually find the way to move forward. And that's just kind of how we feel about it. That's the whole idea behind the Silent Part.
Yep, pretty much. So it's been an interesting... Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I think that should pretty much lead us right into the first topic, shouldn't it? Because you keep looking for these big segues in these episodes. It's like, no, we're giving ourselves the segues. It's just a matter of listening to them. Because the first topic that we're going to talk about today, which is things making noise. I almost programmed a button, the air horn.
Shit. I totally forgot that works.
I didn't realize it would work coming through to yours, but hey, it is what it is.
We talked about this, and neither one of us was prepared with noises this week. Fucking, we even had an extra week. The hell.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
But
yes, so things making noise this week. Marathon is from Bungie is doing its free weekend. It's an extended free weekend. And it launched to about 100,000 or more players. It seemed like it was doing okay. And then pretty much immediately it got cut in half within a day. There's a few things we should talk about with this. Number one, a lot of people just hate to hate when it comes to video games. The Marathon isn't going to be what their favorite live service shooter extraction game is. And that should be okay. Like, in theory, it should be okay. It is a saturated market. We went through this a couple of weeks ago with other stuff, that's now Highguard is now basically on life support. Concord got completely shut down. And yet here we are with Bungie trying to put out, I'm not going to say basically the same thing, but the same style, it's its own game. And I'm not going to call it Concord 3.0 or 4.0, whatever we're up to now. But I think the bigger conversation to be had is the discourse around these games. And Burnt Peanut had a take this week that I vehemently disagree with. I do not think that this is something that we should be tolerating in the gaming sphere. And it's something that everybody tolerates these days. And that is giving developers more time to cook after they release a game.
Especially
they
big
had
titles.
All the time.
You know what I mean?
They had all the time.
You've got the time, you've got the money. What the fuck are you doing? Fucking around.
Look at Rockstar. They just pushed back GTA 6 again. Not
For the
much, but a little
billionth
bit.
time.
Not a lot this time. They didn't push it back like a year or even a quarter, but they pushed it. Well, they pushed it back a little bit, probably around a quarter. But they were like, we just want to make sure everything's perfect. And that's what I'm talking about. You've got all the time in the world. Is it disappointing it keeps getting pushed back? Yes. But they don't want to release something that people go, hey, this don't work, that doesn't work, this doesn't work. Why did you release this? Because they're going to get called out in public. So you've got to pick your side when it comes down to it. I'm of the side that says I would rather wait for a finished product.
Yeah.
I would rather be able to use all the functionality on day one. Are there going to be bugs? Yeah, there's going to be bugs. Like, it's a video game. And people are actively going to be in the game trying to break the damn game. But when it comes down to something like this, we don't owe these developers time to cook. I'm sorry, we don't. They had all the time in the world. They make the deadlines. And I think this is just a bad take from Peanut.
And with the way
again, I'm not a fan of his.
With the way technology is right now, why can't, with especially when they got the money, like I know back in the day you couldn't release a demo, let people play it, and then, send a letter and you guys have any difficulties. But it's kind of like early access nowadays. Why couldn't a major studio be like, all right, this game is going to come out, this is our target date that we're going to come out, so many months before that, we're going to release a demo, let everybody play it, get your feedback, but we're still going to keep this target date, and do your problem shooting before you release it, instead of, yes, this crap, where you put it out, it's supposed to be fully finished, and it's full of bugs and everything else, and then, yeah.
Well, look, I realize we live in a digital era now. Things have changed. Gone are the days where you could go to Walmart, or you can go to GameStop, or you could go to Best Buy, and you picked up a cartridge or a disc, and you brought it home and you put it in your machine, and you had a finished fucking game. You played the game, you either liked it or you hated it. In all reality, this is why Blockbuster was such a great thing, because you could go rent a game before you bought it, find out if you liked it, and then go pay full price if you liked it. That's why I really wish we kind of had that service where you could rent the game for the weekend, even if it was digitally, and see if you liked it before you spent the full amount of money. How more people are not, or more developer studios are not kind of trying to implement that is beyond me. Honestly, I think that would be a great implementation is, hey, for $5, we'll give you a 3-day pass on this game. And, at that point, if you like it, buy it. And if you don't, thanks for playing. It's another revenue stream. You're going to get a fuck ton of people that spend $5 to go try something versus paying 40, 50, 60, 80 bucks. I don't even know what GTA is going to be priced at. I'm not playing GTA. I'm not playing GTA.
I bet you it's going to be like $150 off the rip, at least 100.
In this day and age, with this much lead time, there is absolutely no reason why GTA 6 should not be released on all platforms simultaneously. I said what I said.
Oh, absolutely.
There is no reason PC should have to wait a year. There's just no reason. And yes, I know there's a lot of varieties of GPUs and everything else, but they have had time. How long has GTA 5 been out? How long has 6 been in development? They've had time. I'm sorry. I said what I said. And I'm done with games like that. I'm done. It should be released across all platforms. But the bigger issue here is early access, right? Some games are properly labeled early access, like Unknown Worlds with Subnautica. And let's not even, at some point I want to talk about that because of the crafting situation, but I'm kind of waiting for the court stuff to finish up. But they are a model of what early access should be. They release an early access because they need funding. Yeah. They offer what they offer, and they are very upfront about what they are offering is for the price. And they say, here's the roadmap. We're going to work on these things. They actively work on them. Typically, it's a year or less that the game is in early access, and then they have the full game. And then they continue to work on it afterwards with polishing and other things.
Right.
I'm okay with that type of early access. What I'm not okay with is somebody that comes out in early access and then drags their feet.
10 fucking years.
Right. Drags their feet. They don't get stuff done. It's there is good and bad when it comes to early access. 7 Days to Die was in early access for a long freaking time. And I know there was extenuating circumstances with that, but I don't care. From the casual consumer, from the casual gamer, you don't care.
Yeah, nope.
And that's kind of where that's at with me. When a game's in early access for 7 or 8 years, to me that says something about the dev team.
Absolutely.
That we're just not able to quite get it right. But again, my theory on all of this is that people are just tired of half-finished shit or broken shit on release.
And it's all because everybody wants to get everything out so fucking fast nowadays. Nobody cares about having a good product. You just want to be out, before everything else. You just throw shit out there because of fucking just the state of the world and everybody's attention span. You gotta, the game's not done yet, but I gotta throw it out anyways because we talked about it already, and people aren't gonna wait for me to push it back again because it's not GTA 6.
Well, but then you also run into situations like you have with Hello Games and No Man's Sky. Now, look, Hello Games has worked on this game. They had one of the most historically awful releases ever in a video game. Like, it was bad. And they've built back up from that. Have they built up to major levels? No, but it's a sustainable model, all right? My problem with Hello Games is they want to protect the new updates so much that they don't do enough playtesting, they don't do enough quality assurance, and then they release these updates after they make these beautiful trailers that are way more beautiful than the game itself. And it makes the trailer, makes the update look so much more full than it really is. And then you log in going, hey, that looks interesting. I'm going to log in. And then you get in there and some of the core stuff just doesn't work. And then you're like me and you make a video going, guys, just take the time you need to put it out correctly. Well, they can't put it out correctly until it's in front of a bunch of people. Okay. Well, then you've got a branch. You've got a testing branch that you could put it out there in the testing branch. Well, that would ruin the surprise. And people would say, oh, well, you knew ahead of time and that's not fair. Well, I don't fucking care about fair. I care about finished. What I care about is when I come in and I say, I'm interested in this particular thing that you have in the update and it's broken. And then I make a video on that and everybody in my freaking comments comes in and goes, give them time to cook.
And then you
it's
say,
not fair to not give them time to cook.
Shut up, bitch!
And I tell them they had the time to cook. Well, again, they couldn't have tested it with the public because then they lose the element of surprise. Who gives a fuck about the element of surprise?
Yeah.
Who gives a
This is
shit?
the
I
element
care
of
about a
surprise
good
with
product.
fucking game trailers. The fuck?
I care about the product working. And then, well, but it's free. And I've been over this 1,000 times with that game. That's free is their business model. They do these updates for nothing because it sells copies of the game.
Yep.
And it's a good business model. And I'm not trying to say that Hello Games is some shitty developer. What I'm saying is the way that they release stuff is crap. They release stuff in a broken state constantly. And then the community, it's a very loud minority of the community, by the way, that will just come in and destroy anybody that says a word against our Lord in heaven, God Savior, Hello Games, and Sean Murray. And this new release with Marathon is really no different. What people are saying is it needs some time. What I'm seeing a lot of the comments on stuff like this is, hey, there's some really good to this, but like the UI is fucking trash. I don't like the color schemes.
Right.
The character models are kind of this, and all in all, it's kind of a meh for me. Like there's better options. I've not seen anybody really just completely shitting all over the game. And yet you get this where you got Peanut coming out and going, give them time. We don't owe them that time.
No, they had
They
the
owe
time
us.
before they released the fucking game.
Correct. They owe us for our time.
Yes.
And this is a free weekend, by the way. Free. People are logging in, trying it, not coming back. They've already lost well over 50% of their player base on a free weekend. In
That's
a few
pretty
weeks when it
bad.
releases, it's supposed to be $40. And $40 these days is really reasonable for a video game.
Yeah.
Very freaking reasonable. right? Especially a game like this that's coming from a Bungie, who's a AAA developer. $40 is pretty reasonable. But again, it's still $40 freaking dollars. Disposable income isn't what it used to be. And
if you can't keep people with it being free, how in the hell do they think people are going to pay $40 for it?
And that's when the true test of Marathon will come out, is when it goes full paid model. Let's see what happens. A lot of people tried it out. A lot of people have already left. A lot of people are defending it, saying it's not that bad. And look, I'm not in the position to talk about the game itself. I'm only talking about situationally here. These kind of games aren't for me. I don't like extraction shooters. I don't like first person games. I used to like them, single player stuff way back in the day with Wolfenstein, Call of Duty, like the original shit that wasn't multiplayer. It was just, you're on a story and you're playing first person shooter in the story mode. I'm okay with those kind of games. I don't like the PvP element. So it's just not for me. So I'm not trying to speak on the game itself as to whether it's good or bad. What I'm talking about is situationally. That you can't keep doing this and releasing half-finished shit and playtesting half-finished shit with the moniker of this is pretty much it. They're saying this is pretty much what we're going to put out on day one. Yeah, there'll be a few tweaks here and there, and then get mad when people go, no, we don't want this. The situation that we talked about a couple of weeks ago when it came to High Guard, that developer team that came out and was blaming the fucking gamers and everything else has now come back out and said the reason our game failed was hubris. We didn't want to hear that the game couldn't not be good. That's such a double, triple, quadruple negative. I don't even know what to think about it.
Right.
But they were so up their own ass that they couldn't possibly fail. That they couldn't see the... Jesus. Did I just get gonged? Bro, you're not even showing me. You're showing something else. What is going on here?
I didn't mean to do that.
Okay, there. Jesus. I got gonged. I guess we're done. I guess that's the end of that conversation.
I mean, it was a 20-minute conversation.
Well, and we do need to move on. I don't know. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. I don't think
I'm tired of unfinished
the developer
fucking
time
games.
to cook.
No, they have the time to cook before they fucking put it out. Especially,
and I know
major
it's expensive
developers.
to put games out, and I know it's hard to put games out, and I know there's going to be bugs and things. Like, I'm not saying it has to be perfect. I'm just saying the more polish you can put on something before you put it out, what's better, a polished stone or a polished turd? Exactly. Exactly.
That's what's better. So along
right,
with
so
that line of bullshit, I've got some more line of bullshit because of AI.
Oh, are we switching to that already? Wait, that's Taco Bell. Hang on.
Wrong noise.
That's gonna cause some bullshit.
No! Don't sue us. Don't sue us. Don't sue us.
That's going to cause some bullshit. It was Professor Plum in the bathroom after eating a Nacho Grande.
That was good. That was good.
All right, go ahead with because AI. We'll circle back to the music thing because I think we both want to talk about that a little bit. I'm curious what you got because of AI this week.
So, in AI, of course, it's been actually kind of developing over the past few weeks. I think we talked about it a few episodes ago about how Sony was in the process of inventing this AI detector so that they can, determine if any of their songs were used in the course of making music. And
Okay, yeah.
here's my problem with this. They are saying that they guarantee that this thing not misdiagnose a song as being AI and not misdiagnose if a song of theirs was used in even 2 seconds of the song. And as a musician, here's my problem with this. Music has been around for fucking ever. Okay? Every combination of chords and combination of notes that you could ever possibly think of has already been played. So how in the fuck are you going to get this AI and just put a song in it and be like, "Oh yeah, there's 3% Beatles influence in there. We want some of your royalties." The fuck? No. No, that's bullshit.
Well, you realize the main reason why the music corporations are getting in on AI now, right? It's not because they think it's good. It's because they know that music is changing terribly, and if they don't get on board with it, they're going to get left out.
Yeah. One
I mean, how much?
million%, but they're going about it in the wrong way, in my opinion. Instead of these, if they want to be snakes the way that they've always been snakes, why are you inventing these AI detectors instead of just doing what you've done for hundreds of years and steal songs from independent artists anyways that just aren't big enough to do anything about it? You hear all these AI songs coming out. You know damn well that these people who are just releasing these songs have no idea about the music business. None of this shit is copyrighted because, one, they don't know if they can copyright it. So instead of just building this little detector and being like, "Oh, let me get royalties from you because, you struck a note that was in the 1989 Michael Jackson's fucking Beat It song, and now you owe us 2% of all your royalties." The fuck? Just steal songs from all these AI creators and pay your artists to redo them, like you've been doing for hundreds of years. Oh, this song blew up on TikTok and it's got 2 million views and it's 100% AI. Guess what? I guess it's not copyrighted. Let me steal this song and give it to fucking Justin Bieber. Why the fuck you gotta, just nickel and dime people?
Well, and that's why the DMCA needs restructure. It's just outdated. The world has grown so much digitally since the DMCA. And fair use, Louis Rossman, I don't know if you've ever watched any of his stuff, but he just did a video the other day of, the guys that go out to like the public places. They're they go out to like post office and police stations and they walk
First
around.
Amendment auditors, yeah.
Yeah, I fucking hate those people. Number one, most of them are just fucking clickbait fucking machines. But there was somebody, there was one of those guys, and then somebody made a video using a portion of their video, right?
Right.
About First Amendment stuff. Remember, this is about First Amendment stuff. And then because they say he used too much of their video, and in the original creators, the First Amendment warrior fuckers' opinion, it wasn't transformative enough, that he copyright claimed it. And YouTube, who is notorious for siding with the copyright claimant, said, nope, that's fair use.
Ha ha, fuck you.
So now that same creator is going through DMCA section 312 or something like that and taking them to court. You should go watch that video because it's not the way that that the DMCA should be being used. I can't remember exactly how it went down, but if you go check out Louis Rossman, you'll see it. It was a video on his channel this week actually, and he talks about why using the DMCA in this manner is fucking bad. It's just bad.
But the point of the matter is how the fuck is Sony gonna come out with something that tells me, especially like if it's not 100% AI generated, say I write a song, right, and I'm Gen whatever the fuck is like the youngest generation that's not toddlers right now, and I write a song and all of a sudden I release it and it blows up and Sony runs it through their shit and it tells me that it's got 3 seconds of the same chord pattern that was in Jefferson Starship's fucking Hey Alice, and I'm 15 years old. I've never heard that song in my life. How in the hell are you gonna, like,
It's
you know
desperation.
What I mean? Like,
It reeks of
you can't do
desperation.
that. Like, you can't just develop this thing that says that you're the all fucking powerful detector and just get to decide when and if you take people's fucking royalties. Because,
Okay,
like
so
I
let's
said,
flip
it's
this.
impossible for there to be any chord progression or everything's already been done. It's impossible.
So let's flip this for a second. All right. So let's say I go into an AI program and I make a song like I made for actually you helped me with that one, with the Long Dark song.
Yeah.
Right? And it's pure AI. The song, the lyrics, it's all pure AI, right? The video I made, but the music is AI. And I was clear about that when we released it. So now let's say that the AI uses a chord or a sample of something it was trained on that may or may not have been stolen. And now they're claiming, well, we let our AI train on this, but that AI couldn't have trained on this because we didn't allow it. Like, what kind of slippery slope are we getting on at this point?
Exactly.
There's got to be some kind of consistency to it. And number one, the reason why all of my music is either from you, that's either from you or as a whole or in part AI,
right,
but still from you, or it's AI that I generated when I had that program a couple months ago that I use in my streams. And I've resorted back now to using YouTube creator music because I just don't want the fucking hassle.
right.
So, and there's only so much stuff that fits the vibe of the videos I put out that is long enough to where I don't have to do like 3 song changes, you know? Because I do basic bitch videos. I don't do like highly edited, switched around. I don't have a bunch of camera angles. We've talked about doing it with like 7 Days to Die. That video needs to get done, by the way. Like, I'm willing to do the build, but I got to have the music. Let's put it on record right now that says you're going to finish that song. You're going to have that song ready for prime time.
The song is such a pain in the ass, but yeah.
But look, the builds are a pain in the ass, but yeah. Like, let's be honest here. Who's going to spend more time on doing what? And not to mention, I'm the one doing the editing.
I mean, it has improved in the past few weeks, so maybe now I can get it to do what it's supposed to do.
But I'm not going to commit to spending the 30 hours to build the final bass until I know that song is finalized. Like,
listen,
that's just the way it is.
We have the song. It's just about getting the vocal changes
getting it right
to match up. And
correct. The lyric changes.
Shit,
yeah.
Which they just came out
agree.
with a recent update a couple days ago that should actually help me do that and line it up. So I might actually be able to do it now. Haha.
Now, here, okay, I'll tell you what. This isn't a meme, but because we're on Because AI, and you're talking kind of about how silly and stupid this situation is, if you'd like to bring up my feed real quick, I want to show this to you. Stop it, Shaggy.
I need to wash my car, and the car wash is 100 meters away. Should I walk or drive? What the fuck, ChatGPT? Walk. How the fuck are you gonna wash your car? Oh my!
And you have to remember, this
God.
is the current state of AI. This is the current state of these type of bots. And it's absolutely hilarious. There's no reason you should be driving over there.
That is the dumbest shit.
Oh shit, not good.
Bring me back. Take me back down here. I'm going to show you one more. And it's along the same vein. I've had this one in the barrel for a little while. Oh, Jesus. This is... you can try to bring this up, but I'm not sure it's all going to show. I didn't realize this was a picture.
Whoa.
Yeah, Hang on. Here, we'll just do it this way.
Dude, your job is done for, dead. I just made an entire website with ChatGPT. Want to see it? Sure. Users bin download index HT. You dumb fuck.
Yep. Again, this is the current state of most AI.
Jesus.
It is the current state of most AI.
You are an idiot!
Okay, you're overdoing the sound effects now.
I'm just trying to find some good ones.
The idea here is that if you tell a chat bot to make you a website or something, it'll say it did it and it didn't actually do it. And it'll give you a fake link. And then when you tell it it's a fake link, it'll tell you, haha, you're right. I won't do that again, I promise.
See, because people are dipshits, because there are AIs that will actually make you websites, but you can't just send somebody a fucking link to it. You actually have to go and buy a domain and then find a website builder and then import that build into the website build. Like, it's a little bit more complicated than that. There's more steps to it. Dumbass.
Yeah. All right. You pull me back down. Let's find the next topic. Like, no, I get what you're saying though completely, and it's completely hypocritical what the music companies are doing.
I just don't see how they're going to be able to get away with
shit.
it and just say that, because I mean, yeah, of course it's going to hit, because like I said, every combination of notes and chords has already been played. So yeah, of course it's going to have, you know, there's that group, I wish I could remember the name of them, but there was a group 6 years ago that blew up because they got super famous because they did this song where they were like, oh, these 4 chords and you can sing like 15 to 50 different songs, all, you know, all mainstream songs. And people were like, no, you can't. And they proceeded to just play the same 4 chords and go through like 15 different songs, singing parts of like 15 different songs. And they all blended because, yeah, they're using the same 4 chords, same structure. So, like, that's how the fuck is that even going to work? Because it's going to be like, oh, well, yeah, that's the same chord that was used in this song, 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 and this song. So you owe us 80% of your royalties. The fuck?
Now,
There's just no way for that to work and make it like.
should we, since we're on the topic of music, should we talk about the big elephant in the room this week?
Yeah.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Came out with its nominees this week, boys and girls. And this list
Eat my big juicy hairy ass.
is exactly what it can do.
Yes, because it doesn't make any sense what they do with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because of
You can bring me up. I'm ready for that.
all of the different genres that they induct into the Hall of Fame, including, you know, hip hop and R&B, which here's the thing that I wanted to get your take on, because we've been talking about this and I looked into it as to why they do it. They say the Hall of Fame explicitly includes genres like R&B, jazz, gospel, and hip hop, offering the argument that these are the roots of rock and roll, and include things as country and pop into the mix, saying that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is more about the attitude of rock and roll than the genre itself.
Okay, let me counter this point. Because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees list says something completely fucking different. There is one that I can see that argument. There is one that I can see that argument, and that is Wu-Tang Clan. Because Wu-Tang always had upbeat stuff, and there's definitely a rock element to their music. All right. Number 2, I'm going to discredit the point they're trying to make by saying if that's the case, then they should have been inducting the people that did it in the first place and not the people that stole from those people to do it these days or when they were qualifying 25 years ago, whatever, for the Hall of Fame. Would you like to know the actual nominees for this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yeah, who are
And
the
yes, I'm going to
nominees this
segment
year?
them. I'm going to segment them a little bit. Wu-Tang Clan, Pink, New Edition, Lauryn Hill, Mariah Carey, Melissa Etheridge, Shakira, Luther Vandross, and Sade. On the more rock and roll side, you have Billy Idol, the Black Crowes, NXS, New Order, Oasis, Iron Maiden, and if you want to call it rock and roll, you've got Phil Collins and Jeff Buckley.
Phil Collins, yes. Jeff Buckley,
A little more country-ish, I would think, but
or soft, like pop contemporary.
you cannot tell me in a straight-faced argument that Luther Vandross or Sade ever had the rock and roll vibe. You cannot tell me with a straight face that's the case.
Jazz, gospel, folk,
Which-
and hip
which
hop
one is
are
it?
the roots of rock.
Yeah, you can't tell me. You cannot tell me that that's the case. I can see Wu-Tang completely. Pink, absolute fucking joke. New Edition, they were great. Like I'm not dogging on these groups or people. That's not my point. The point is, when you say it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it needs to be the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, they
Do you
really.
think for even a hot fucking second, if there was a hip hop Hall of Fame, that anybody like Billy Idol or the Black Crowes or NXS, who are all nominees this year, or New Order for that matter, would ever get invited to the Hip Hop Hall of Fame?
There is a hip hop Hall of Fame.
And have they been nominated? How many rock acts have been nominated for it?
Let me.
Because my guess is, if any, not many. There are some crossover ones. Like a good induction would be Cypress Hill, right? A good induction would be Cypress Hill. Again, why not just change the name of the hall to the Music Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
That's
At
the
this
bigger.
point, yeah.
To me, that's the bigger point. When you say rock and roll, yes, I understand rock and roll has roots way back, even in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Like, I get it. I'm not stupid. I know music a little bit. But when it comes down to it, and you're telling me Sade should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame over Alice in Chains, who has never been nominated, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Is there anything wrong with Sade's music? No. I rocked to it back in the day. I rocked to Luther Vandross back in the day.
The Hip Hop Hall of Fame doesn't include other genres, but it does include radio personalities and promoters, and graffiti/visual artists, and breakdancers.
Okay, so, and those DJs/ producers would all have been hip hop stations or producers.
Yes.
Again, this is, I don't remember if the episode ever aired, but we talked about this a little bit because Gene Simmons basically came out and said the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a fucking joke. And basically, I think the answer here is to just rename it. Just be like, it's the Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Like, why? But rock and roll has so many different connotations to so many different people. Why be this divisive?
Yeah.
Just call it the Music Hall of Fame. Do I think that, number one, I don't think Sade, who was just slightly better than a one-hit wonder, right, should even be considered. I don't think New Edition New Edition's purely R&B. Like, New Edition's baby making music, man.
Yeah.
New Edition is some horizontal Hulu kind of shit.
Yeah, they are.
Lauryn Hill was with the Fugees, and she did solo stuff. I mean, Melissa Etheridge, singer, songwriter, it's kind of on the cusp for me. but it's certainly not rock and roll by my standard. Luther Vandross was mostly freaking gospel, right? And soul.
Yep.
Shakira, a lot of catchy songs, and she loves to shake her ass. I guess it is what it is. Again, I think they just need to change the name.
Yeah, I think it just needs a rename because you can't call it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and say it's about the spirit of rock and roll, not the genre, when all the other quote unquote Hall of Fames stick to their stuff. You know, hip hop doesn't include anybody that's not involved in hip hop in some sort of way. The Country Music Hall of Fame doesn't include Ozzy in it. You know what I mean? So
now, even though Ozzy had some very cutting ass ballads that in today's country could be considered country.
Yeah.
Because country isn't what it used to be.
It should just be the Music Hall of Fame.
Bro, I was listening to I don't know if you've ever heard it or not. I'm sure I've probably played it for you, but the version of That's Damn Rock and Roll from Eric Church that features Lizzie Hale.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, bro. Oh my God. What a good damn song. What a good damn song. This is a whole separate side quest, but the reason that song strikes so well with me is there's a line in that song. He said, it's about doing it for nothing because it lives in your soul. And that's why I make fucking videos. It's why I stream. It's why you and I do this kind of shit. We ain't making any money doing this shit. We're wasting our own damn time doing this shit.
Yep.
We do it because it lives with us, because we believe in it. And that's fucking rock and roll, man. Like, that's what it is. I don't know.
You
I
just
don't
can't
know.
put it down and walk away from it no matter how hard you try.
Here, go ahead and pull. It's almost like the restaurant business, but thank God I'm finally breaking free from that shit. Yeah, let's see. We wanted to talk about, what do we do, the meme? You want to do the meme?
But now, since we're talking about working.
Oh, hang on. I gotta enlarge this. Okay. Yep. I'm with you on that one.
So for those of you who can't see
it's
it,
the first 40 that's the bitch, man. It's the first 40.
It's the famous Nicolas Cage looking at Pascal. What the fuck is his name? I can't remember his first name. And it's the top of it is Nicolas Cage's face looking all fucked up saying hitting OT being paid salary because you don't get fucking overtime. And then you get old Pascal all happy as a motherfucker hitting OT being paid hourly. Yeah, baby.
I think when you switch over to my feed, you're going to find that I went a completely different direction with the meme of the week.
Well, I chose this one because, you know, Jester starts work again this week. And for some reason, I don't know, we've talked about this before with AI again being in, you know, recruiting agencies. I have had job offers out the ass coming to me from Indeed that have got to just be pure bullshit because I haven't updated my Indeed in like 5 years. And
Bro,
over
I've been
the
dealing
past
with this for
like
months.
2 weeks, I've gotten like 16 general manager offers for like Taco Bells and shit and barbecue places that are supposedly popping up. And I'm just like, what the absolute fuck?
I've been dealing with this for months.
And one of the Taco Bell ones is why I chose this because they offered $29,000 a year. And I did the math on that. That's not even minimum wage in Missouri. So how the fuck are you only offering $29,000 a year? Get fucked.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Well, let's endeavor to cover this topic after you see this meme.
That's the perfect thing to switch to after I said that.
I think I broke him, guys.
Oh my God!
I think I broke him.
Oh, shit. Oh, that is so good. That is so good.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you're going to want to wash your hands.
Oh, that looks
Eat
like
my big juicy hairy ass.
that looks
And
like
that
something
also
that's
applies.
going on in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the exact same reaction as you. I had the exact same reaction as you when I saw this one. Like, who approved this shit?
Oh fuck, that's too
Now,
good.
we had one that was similar to this a couple of weeks ago that may or may not have ever made air. But the hands were actually drawn in after the fact. These aren't.
Yeah.
This is actually a thing. Like,
Yeah.
somebody approved this.
Yup.
And I
Oh
don't-
my god.
I don't know how to feel about this. Look, man, I think you're down for the count at this point with Meme of the Week. I seem to be killing it.
Oh shit.
Daddy, chill.
Daddy didn't chill. That's why the gape is that big. Wait, did we just get canceled again? Shit. Daddy didn't chill.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I figured you'd like this one. Look, I appreciate the fact that you had me in mind when you were doing your Meme of the Week, but I just want to make people laugh, man. That's all. When I see shit like this, I'm gonna fucking bookmark it and save it. You
Yep.
notice this one's got 7,000 bookmarks because somebody's doing the same shit I'm doing here with it. 4 million views and 7,000 bookmarks. Yeah. So pretty much somebody else has used this one in a similar aspect, I would imagine.
That's
Like
too
somebody
fucking
really
good.
needs to work on their graphic design, honestly.
Yeah. That's too good.
But guys, the bigger point of this meme is wash your fucking hands after you, well, do whatever this is doing. Please. I mean, this meme is easily fixed with just a better representation of a sink
Yeah.
or a faucet.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. But seriously, when you go into a public place and you pee or take a shit, please wash your fucking hands. You're going to go out and touch things that other people are going to touch. This is how shit's transferred to other people.
Oh.
Be respectful. I've gone into bathrooms many times and peed or whatever. And hell, I went and peed in a cup for a job this week. And she was like, don't wash your hands. And I walked out going, that is not, I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about that.
Oh man.
I mean, it wasn't like I felt like I had a dirty dick or something. It's just more of a, like, it's second nature. All right. Would you like to go to something else that's interesting? Because I really would like to get your opinion on this.
Yeah, we've got 10 minutes. What's the final subject? What are we talking
Well, I'm
about?
not even sure it's going to be the final subject, but pull this one down so I can pull the other one back up. And let me find it. And this kind of ties in.
God damn it, that was too good.
All right, you can bring it up.
Yes.
So, a long time ago, when I was a kid, we were in the car, and I noticed that it was raining on one side of the street, and it wasn't raining on the other side. And I looked at my dad, and I go, Pop, what gives here? That's crazy. Why? How is this possible? And he was like, it's got to stop raining someplace. And this is a visual representation of that. But my question is this AI? This is kind of what I experienced as a kid, but at the same time,
It doesn't look that heavy. Like that's
the
the way it looks
you
in
would
that
see the
upper
water
part.
drops on the ground.
Right, the way it looks in that upper part is like when you see a storm from miles away and you can see the rain falling. You know what I mean?
Right. This
It
is
just looks
such a
too
straight
heavy.
line.
Yeah.
It's such a straight ass line and it's right on the road marker too, by the way, if you notice.
Yeah.
Like the white line on the right side of the road, it's like right there and it doesn't go past it. And to me,
Yeah.
this screams AI. But
It could
I
be
don't
real
know.
at the same time.
I don't know. This is out in the plains, and sometimes out in the plains, shit like
Some
this
weird
happens.
shit happens. Yeah.
But that is a really weird rain curtain coming straight down, not only just on that line, and it goes as far as your eye can see down the road, too.
Yeah.
So it's a dead ass straight line, which wouldn't be the case when there's that much airflow and shit. I'm 95% sure this is AI.
Yeah.
But it does illustrate what I saw as a kid. But even as a kid, it wasn't this straight a fucking line. It was,
no.
there was a little bit of rain here and there that went over the line. But I just remember, and it always stuck with me when he was like, it's got to stop someplace. And I again,
True
I think
story.
this kind of goes from because AI, because I really feel like this is AI.
I do too.
But
It looks
I don't
too
know how to-
heavy.
I don't know how to detect it from other shit though, is the problem.
Like it looks too heavy.
There's no dead giveaway in the video that tells me it's AI.
And there's
Other
no
than the
warping
rain
or
curtain.
anything
So
like
look,
that. Yeah.
so like look, there's no rain that you can clearly see the rain coming down ahead of him, but it stops well out in front of the car, and then he puts his hand out and his hand's all of a sudden soaked.
Yeah.
Is that the giveaway?
Maybe. Yeah. That is pretty.
Not to mention, I'm trying to see how the clouds are tracking because it would be moving.
Yeah, it wouldn't be holding still for that long for sure.
No, it's got to be AI. It has to be. Now, if you pull this down, I can give you something that you have not seen
Haha.
that relates to this in some way. And this is a post from Le'Veon Bell, former NFL player Le'Veon Bell. And this is going to be the segment we call I Was Today Years Old. And it's not because I was today years old when I figured this out. I've known this for a long time. But I realize,
Some people might not know it.
correct, and they may be today years old. So you can go ahead and bring it up.
Huh.
Are you one of those people?
Yeah. I always thought it was hard as hell.
No, it's hard as hail. It's always been hard as hail.
Huh.
When a task is difficult, it's hard as hell. But the root of it is hail because it's ice and it's coming from the sky and that shit hits hard.
Huh.
So we got a good I was today years old then. Nice.
Yeah. I always thought it was hard as hell. That makes way more sense, though.
It may have changed over time to where people started using it that way. Is this that Mandela effect?
Is it a Mandela effect?
To where you've believed something and you know it to be true and it's just not true? I mean, what would be hard about hell? Like, in the context of saying something is hard as hell, right? H-E double hockey sticks. Why would that be the descriptor when something like hail, H-A-I-L, is actually hard? I feel like I just blew your mind again. I feel like I just blew your mind again.
I'm reading.
Oh, we can look at some of the comments.
It's not a Mandela effect. It's just a commonly switched. So, nope.
Well,
not a Mandela effect.
Well, the Mandela effect is more of I remember seeing this in a movie, or I remember seeing this in a TV show.
The cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom tags.
Correct. That's the Mandela effect thing. And there was a cornucopia on the fucking Fruit of the Loom tags.
Yes, there fucking was. 1,000,000%.
It may not have been on the tags, but it was certainly on the packaging.
It
one way or the
other. It
other.
was on the tags.
I don't know. I haven't worn tidy whities in I don't know how fucking long.
No, but I went through a phase in my teenage years where I wore a lot of wife beaters, Fruit of the Loom wife beaters underneath like the it was the 90s and 2000s. You know the trend where everybody wore fucking the white trash wife beaters underneath the fucking button-up shirts that had the weird, crazy, cool designs on them. That was me.
Which never made sense to me. Like just logistically
leaving the shirt
speaking,
unbuttoned
the idea of the t-shirt underneath a dress shirt is to catch sweat. And when you're wearing a wife beater tank top type of shirt, you don't get that. So it was purely aesthetic at that point.
Yeah. Now I do it because I'm fat and button-up shirts don't look good button-up. So.
Who was it I saw the other day? It was somebody that's got money, and they were wearing it might have been Louis Rossman actually in his video. He's kind of cut, right? He works out. He's a pretty cut guy. And he was wearing a shirt that it just looked like every goddamn button going all the way down was just struggling. Was just fucking having a hell of a day trying to stay together. And I'm like, bro, you've got, a couple million followers on YouTube. You make pretty good money. You own a business. Buy a bigger fucking shirt. I know you want to accentuate that you're cut, but give me a fucking break. Those buttons are dying.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've always known this is the thing, because I believe at some point I may have even said hard as hell and I was corrected. And I've just always known, oh yeah, hail. It just makes sense. But anyway, I think a lot of you guys may have been today years old when you realized the root of that statement.
Yep. I was today years old.
All right, and where are we at on time?
2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, hang on. Pull me down.
That sounds dirty.
Hold my Sunday beer.
Pull me down.
Would you like to do a quick hitter on copyright?
That's like something that gets done before you get your dick sucked from the back. Pull me down.
Wait a minute. Logistically, that's impressive.
What?
Quick hitter.
Being pulled down or getting your dick sucked from the back?
That. It's almost like getting a blumpkin. I just don't even understand the logistics of that.
All right.
Okay.
Quick copyright.
Quick copyright. Diddy has to pay Sting $2,000 a day for sampling Every Breath You Take, confirmed by Sting himself. How the fuck is that possible? $2,000 a day for a sample?
That's some pretty serious shit. I wonder for how long though. Like forever?
There's no other context. I don't even see context in the comments. Wait a minute. Let's see what Grok says. Yes, Sting confirmed in 2018 Breakfast Club interview Diddy pays him $2,000 a day for the rest of Diddy's life after sampling Every Breath You Take and I'll Be Missing You without prior clearance.
Yeah, because he got sued. So, yep. Damn.
Copyright.
Eat my big juicy hairy ass.
That's what Sting said to Diddy. Diddy probably did it.
With some baby oil and yeah.
And then Sting said,
"What a good boy."
God damn. Do the daddy clip again. Jesus, that fits.
Daddy, chill.
Daddy, chill.
Brother,
Daddy will not chill.
Is it
Daddy.
say daddy's home for me?
Daddy will make you look like this.
If Diddy did
What
diddle
was-
dudes, how many dudes did
what was-
Diddy diddle?
According to my calculations, if Diddy did diddle dudes, Diddy diddled over a dillion dudes.
Oh, damn, does that mean Diddy's getting his doodle did?
Oh, most definitely. If Diddy's found guilty, Diddy's
What the
definitely getting his
fuck?
doodle hole diddled by dudes with large diddles.
Oh, Diddy done did it now.
Jesus fucking Christ. What was the movie where they're like, she ain't gonna shit right for a week?
Oh, I know what you're fucking Bad Santa. Billy
Was it
Bob
Bad
Thornton.
Santa? Okay, I
Yeah.
thought it might have been. Okay.
Last time I fucked with you, I didn't shit right for a week.
Oh my God.
Oh,
How do we do an
shit.
outro from here? There is no amount of format that we can prepare for this moment in time. There is none. This is
Hold on.
Hey,
hold
look,
on.
today's been kind of a fun episode, actually. There's been more laughs than usual.
That was not the one I thought it was gonna be. God damn it! It was supposed to be "I'm gonna come."
Hey, do you know what the dolphin is?
Oh, the dolphin, like the sex
Yeah, the dolphin.
position.
Yeah.
No.
It's when you're doing your girlfriend from behind and you try to be slick and you try to slip it up in her ass. She goes, ah, ah, ah.
Oh, my God.
This can't make the final cut. Oh my God.
Oh, anyway, so for more sex tips and sex positions, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow along. And this has been The Silent Part, episode 6. We'll see you next time.
Bye.